You're about to listen to the award-winning Stuart Pedasso Show. This show is for biologically and emotionally mature audiences. If you should not be here, please go away. We'll still be here when you're mature enough to partake. Mwah!
Hey everyone.
Hey.
Welcome to the Stuart Pedasso Show. Believe it is. I would not make that up.
Crazy enough.
I mean, I make up a lot of shit, but I got no reason to make that up. This is true as well. I'm Dave.
I'm Melissa.
Alex.
And Alex is back. It's been a long time. I'd have to go look it up. I'm not going to. But it's been a long
while.
time. Yeah, it's been a while.
You were underage for sure.
Yeah.
You were not 21. This is my son Alex.
Hello.
I've known him a few years. You know.
And we in a good way,
Yeah.
we've talked
Yeah.
about him on the show.
We do talk about you on the show.
No,
Yeah,
in a good
of course.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You are my mom.
Yeah. So,
Is he close enough?
I'm adjusting. You can get
Okay.
closer if you want, but it's all right. Whatever works. I'll fix it in post.
Yeah. He knows.
The Bill O'Reilly. So I just real quick, I'll just do all the notifications, all that kind of stuff, and then we'll get it over with. So if you're a first-time listener, like we had a listener from Zambia
Oh,
last week. That's,
fabulous. Thank you.
now, they could have been, or it could have been their VPN. Just,
Fair enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
you never know. But the stats
I
said,
usually say I'm in Japan.
yeah, right, something
Yeah.
like that. So it could have been that. It could all be from like Irondequoit, and they all just have VPNs for all over the world. But I'm just going to say we had somebody listening from Zambia last week.
I think that sounds cool anyway.
So we've got the Stuart Pedasso Media Empire. So you're listening to this podcast, and oh my God, I have to configure it. Oh, here's news. Actually, I did just remember this. Got a notification. Now think about this. Mm-hmm. Think about all of the Stuart Pedasso shows, right? Even since I I decided to take all the old ones down. Mm-hmm. But the ones we've done since then for the last year and a half, Apple, where you can listen, get your podcasts on the Apple stuff, iTunes and all that jazz. Mm-hmm. To make things more accessible to people, they are now doing transcripts of all the podcasts, like automatic. Right. So
That's
of our
crazy.
shows, there's going to be transcripts on if you get your podcast through iTunes.
That's hilarious.
Right. So automated. Right. There's not going to have someone actually typing it.
Right,
So,
right. Some of them can be completely messed up.
well, especially towards the end if we've been drinking a lot
Oh God.
and get kind of mush mouth.
Yeah, especially in the early
Can't even imagine.
early years.
Well, again, like I said, all the old ones are down. Mm-hmm. So I'm just talking.
Oh yeah, the more recent ones we haven't been as
still,
drunk.
at the end. Still,
Well, sometimes we
a little bit.
yeah, maybe
There's still a little. I'm sure there's a little. I'm sure our speech patterns change just a little.
maybe.
Yeah.
A little jazzed up.
Yeah, not like it used to. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Especially when we would go so long, we'd do two shows in once, and like that second part was just like,
Really? You do 2 shows in a night? That's
Well,
actually
yeah,
just
sometimes
not
we
like
had
that.
to.
okay, well, you've just hung out with friends and talked
Yeah.
for 2 hours. right?
Absolutely.
Well, we just
yeah.
had microphones.
Oh, exactly.
So I cut it in half. It's 2
Genius.
weeks worth of shows.
Yeah.
But drinking the whole time by that second hour is pretty.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, listen,
Yeah,
I love it.
you, man. Like, really annoying. So there's that,
I
and
used to do that with Eric a lot.
yeah, if you do listen to us on the iTunes, if you get us that way, give us a review. I don't usually say this, but if you give us all the stars that you can give us, this supposedly helps more people in Zambia and Ireland and other places to hear us. So do that, even if you don't think we're all that great. Do it anyway, just so more people can hear us. It's not like you're getting paid for it. So either way. And so we've got the podcast, and then 24 hours a day is Stuart Pedasso Radio, which you can catch at the website. And that's a lot of protest music, a lot of our bits. There's occasional things that, unfortunately, there's still ads up there because, the money to do that comes out.
Say
of my
we don't
pocket.
have the funds to make that not happen.
Yeah, and we have that, and then the new project that just started in the past year is Cool Cats for Change, and that is a place where several times a week, new online actions are posted where you can sign a petition, you can send letters to your representatives to stick it to the man, and there's things at that website that shows you how to start a cooperative, and places where, like, businesses that you should boycott and places where you should buy stuff, and there's just a whole bunch of resources to make the world a better place. So, StuartBedasso.com. We're on all the social medias, even ones you've never heard of. Like Melissa's favorite, Pillow Fort.
Pillow Fort, love that one.
We're on Minds. We're on Threads. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on
What was there, Ellipse or something?
Lips.social.
Yeah, that
which is
one.
like a sexy Instagram.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah?
I love it.
Not a lot of people on
Planet
there, though. That's why
Fitness
I'm
has a
trying to-
social media. You can hop on the Planet Fitness one.
God.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Planet Fitness. Someone told me that they don't allow do-rags. It's a very racist policy.
They don't let do-rags and
Yeah.
No way.
Now check
I
your
feel like I've seen people with do-rags.
check your local Planet Fitness. but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
feel
I
like
haven't-
Fossil would
I haven't-
not be. I feel like Fossil would not be down for that.
Well, he doesn't work at Planet Fitness. But I remember when like years ago when I first started going to the gym, I went to a Planet Fitness. Like I could have sworn,
Well, again,
but it might be the policy though. That like maybe it's
I
not
don't know
enforced,
if it's national.
but
It was the one that
it might not
this
be
person I
enforced
knew,
too in a lot of places.
This
Like,
where this one person went to
that's why.
actually stopped going there and said because and she doesn't wear a do rag, but
Yeah.
she saw the thing up there and knew
Like, I'm not
what it
going
meant.
here.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Like they're not trying to keep my white ass out.
Yeah.
That's not really the
Right.
issue.
Yeah.
But you
So-
ain't getting my white money either.
Yeah. So there's just so many things. There's weird links to just crazy shit. There's political stuff so you can get information. There's news sources that's not the mainstream shit. All at StuartBedasso.com, CoolCatsForChange.com, and like all that social media shit. It's just you can spend. Trust me, I spend all day just updating the shit, so you could spend all day reading it. So it's all there, and just there for your intellectual and funny bone enjoyment, in theory, and sexy bone, so to speak, because there's the sexy as well if you're into that. Oh, I'm gonna mix two things. Do you know what I realized?
Tell me.
If you're okay with this, because you're gonna be with me, so I have to just. I thought it'd be polite to ask. But,
All right.
I'm gonna do. It's not. It's nothing. I want to mix because we're doing the Rochester Erotic Art Festival again, and we have hotel rooms. We're staying the night.
Yeah, we do.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about maybe getting a ticket for one of the extra special places just to kind of hang out. I wouldn't do anything, but I was like, maybe not this year.
Oh, the classes you can take and
Well,
stuff. you
no,
mean?
I even thought of maybe going into the swingers lounge just to hang, but that's kind of creepy, right?
I feel like okay.
Yeah,
so
I
like,
feel like
well,
if you're not
our-
into swinging, I feel like it
our-
would just be weird.
Well, okay,
I
not
don't know,
to
maybe I'm wrong, but I think
to
it
be
seems
fair,
weird.
to be fair, like let's say like
wouldn't
I
do
don't
it.
know, do you know if they allow like people in there like media like things
Well,
in there?
okay, no. I would not go in there like with podcasting gear.
Well, it's like it's like a little microphone. Just ask questions.
No.
I would love to know.
So like I would
in the
go
middle,
in.
I would love to see that though.
Well, so I would go in on Friday,
Yeah.
and hang,
Okay.
and then Saturday, if I saw people,
Yeah.
who was in there, I would go, "Hey, man, remember I was down there? You want to come talk?" So then I could do that.
Smart. Okay.
But no,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would never go in. No, because they don't allow anything, and I wouldn't expect it. But
Yeah.
honestly, I'm swinger curious. Is that if
Right.
I'm
I don't
making
want
it up?
to swing, but I'm curious to talk to other people
You
who
know
do.
It's fascinating.
If-
It's,
I think it's like kind of like juggalos. I don't want to be a juggalo.
yeah. Nah,
I don't really
hear
like
you.
the music or anything.
But it's interesting.
But I find the culture to be very fascinating, and I would love to like hang out with some juggalos and like just talk with them and just like. But I'm
Like,
not
it'd
gonna go
probably
to
be
a
cool.
festival or anything. I don't want to do that. But
I want to say this, and
so like I don't want to go to a swingers thing and watch be around people having sex. It'd be so weird, and I don't want to do that. But do they want to talk to me about it and stuff? Oh, I'll listen to it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll listen to their stories. I don't want to participate or be in any any part of it in any way. But if they want to tell me a story, I love to hear it.
So look, how do I?
And
I
I'm
say
not king
this?
shaming anybody who feels otherwise.
Okay, I think I know how to say this, and and I'm not going to interpret it, so I'll let listeners take this any way they want, including the people in the room. I think if my personal situation were different, I would give more things a try.
Good for you, man.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but because it's not, my if I were to do this, which I'm not this year,
Right.
But I'm thinking maybe next year. I just got too much shit going on.
Right.
Like I said, I would go just to hang out if that's allowed. I mean, if I don't have to actually participate. I mean, again, but I'm not going to be there with like a recorder or a notepad or anything.
Not even a notepad. It's like,
Nah, I'm not going to do that. That'd be
It
weird.
doesn't seem organic in that way.
Right. And if
like,
you were,
I feel like you want
and if you were in there to do the things that you do, would you want some weirdo with a notepad in there?
low key, I wouldn't. Me personally, I'm the kind of person I feel like if I was in that situation, I'd be like, yeah, man, it's pretty cool, right? I mean,
I would just saying.
I don't know.
yeah, a bunch of us we get together, we have sex.
It's dope.
I would totally no. I would be the guy. I would go in with like a big ass bag of potato chips and just start. Jump, jump.
What flavor?
No, I don't know.
Good question. Not salt and vinegar.
What-
Smell it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, no, you touch something.
Yeah, that'd
Someone's
be-
gonna get hurt. Man. Someone's gonna get hurt.
Yo, could you imagine if you like smelled some salt and vinegar chips while you're in there? That'd be really scary.
That's true.
You're like, wait, hold on.
Who
What's
is
going
that?
What is going on? Who smells like that? That doesn't seem. Someone needs to see a
And
doctor.
there's
That
me in the
doesn't seem
corner
right.
going. Oh, how inconsiderate! Someone didn't shower first. Yeah, I don't. That's a really good. What
I'm just saying. I don't think there's any bodily excretions that are
Nothing's.
supposed to smell.
You know
like
what? Just
that,
out of
so I'd be
respect, I think
concerned.
I would just get lightly salted.
Yeah,
Just- that's
yeah.
it. No,
You don't want to
no
get crazy.
smell.
You
Yeah.
can't get crazy.
Nothing really spicy. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
hot chili.
Maybe just like a plain tortilla chip.
I'd rather have potato chips, but that's all, yeah,
Okay,
whatever.
respect.
Yeah, that's all good.
So I'm just gonna sit here in the orgy room and watch you eat my chips.
So I would need like a quiet snack.
Well, the
Yeah.
lounge. Okay, so but
Just
okay,
sit there
just
eating an
wanted-
entire box of ho-hos. Which is gross in itself.
That is disgusting.
That is right.
So I don't know if any of our listeners would understand that the swingers lounge is not like there aren't people having sex in the lounge. It's where you meet people
Oh, no?
to eventually have
I didn't know
the
that.
sex. Yeah, I don't think so because
Oh, I
it's,
thought it was
it's
just
in
like
the main...
I'm just like imagining an orgy.
No,
room.
it's not. What do you mean it's in the main what?
No, so there's there's like a night there's like in the main bar area where it was like a swingers
No, there
Like-
was. I think it started in a conference room. There may have
Oh
been.
no, that's a different thing. There's two different things.
Well, there was a.
The other
Like
one
a
is basically just a fucking
flogging.
orgy room.
Well, that's. I'm.
Right.
Well,
A lot of
I-
swingers go to the orgy room.
I'm at the orgy room.
Right.
Why would I want to go just hang out with people who
I agree.
swing? We'll do that at the table.
Yeah.
With the microphones.
Yeah.
Right. There, I mean, lots of people there swing.
Yeah, I
I mean,
don't-
I would imagine a
Well,
good
yeah.
chunk of them are
Same
there
way
because
like
they're into it.
the percentage of people have butt plugs in.
Yeah.
Right. No.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Was it
no.
a lot?
Well,
Did you ask?
That was one of our. That's something we got to do soon in the month or 2
Mm-hmm.
We got to come up with our questions.
It's a great question.
Yeah. We had we
had two
asked
questions.
we had two questions.
Okay.
We had two. The first one was what was your safe word?
What's your safe word?
Okay.
And a lot of people had food related
Makes sense.
safe words. It was very common to have a food related.
Was there one that was like very common? Like you kept hearing it?
Colors. There were colors.
Okay, but it
Colors
wasn't
and food.
anything like.
Colors and food.
Okay.
And then the other one we would ask them is how many people or what do you think
What
the
percentage?
what percentage of the people in this room right now or no at the
At the
at the
thing.
at this do you think have a butt plug in right now?
Okay.
And they would, because you can't. There's no way to know.
How many-
so-
We had
How-
everything from 10% to like half.
How many people did you get? Anybody that was like me?
Didn't someone say
Yes.
they had? Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, we
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one-
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of hot too. If I remember right.
It was a dude.
No. I remember the woman. Then there must have been two.
Okay. There was a dude also.
Oh, trust me, I remember the woman.
He remembers.
I remember. Maybe I dreamt it. It could have gone either way now. Now,
I mean,
that you,
maybe
now that you
now.
got me questioning.
I'm like, I remember a dude saying it.
My
I don't
brain
remember the
had
girl.
somewhere whether it was.
I
real or
feel
dreamt.
like if there was a woman, I would remember it.
Okay. fair
That's
enough.
why I think there wasn't. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Maybe,
It happens.
maybe you were off getting potato chips.
Maybe I was
Makes
off getting
sense.
potato chips
Good.
or a beer.
Yeah. Oh, I get to drink beer. At
Yeah,
least on
you
Friday.
get to drink this time. Yeah,
least
you
on
couldn't
Friday.
drink this. You
Oh, I
couldn't
don't
drink
know.
last time because you
Okay,
were driving.
I can't get too.
Well, no, but I mean, I didn't get too crazy either. I'd have like a beer or two, and then I would have like some water.
but you don't
Get
have to
water
do
and
that.
stuff.
But once I have the taste,
I know, but you just can't. You just have to be smart about it.
but I have a room.
I know, but we're talking to people.
Facts.
Again, my dilemma. That's what I'm saying.
I guess it doesn't matter. It's our fucking podcast. If we want to be drunk in our podcast,
Well,
we
it's not
can
even
be.
the podcast. I don't want like people at there going, oh, don't go by the drunk guy with microphone. That's
Yeah, we don't want people to
No,
think
right.
shit
Yeah.
about us.
I mean,
We want to have some respect.
that.
yes,
I hear
diapers
that.
or not. I mean, I do want.
Oh, and what's the name? I
physical-
forgot. Who was the name of the person in charge? Because I loved her.
Kathy.
Was it?
I believe so.
That was her name. The
Were there
older
diapers?
lady who was like
No.
amazing.
There's other people that were diapers.
I loved her. She was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was like this cool lady, probably like in her 60, 70 age. And she was just like,
Really?
yeah, she was really cool. She was just really, she just kept coming over and was really just chatting with us and stuff. Yeah, she was like in charge of like the area that we were in. There all the vendors and stuff were. And yeah, she was just like, because she liked us, she was giving us the inside scoop on going next year. She's like, okay, this is what I need to tell you about next year. And and yeah, she was really, I couldn't remember her name, but yeah, she was really sweet.
So this works out.
Is she
well.
gonna be there again? I hope so.
Well, she answered my question about the hotel room, so I.
Oh,
assume-
okay, so it's Kathy.
Yeah. Yeah. So now we know we got to get if we want to do this next year and get rooms in the same hotel, we got to get the rooms in September, just so we know.
Yeah, but they sold out in 7 minutes.
No. They sold out for the general population. The vendors can do it early. That's September.
Oh,
So would you count
I
as a vendor?
misunderstood.
Yes, but we didn't know. We literally just got them last week.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're not in the hotel. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not far. I mean, we
It's a
can
block
hang
away.
out and party and have a good time in the
Yeah.
main hall, and then just walk up the street and
Just make sure when we
Yeah.
leave, we're wearing pants.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I told
Hopefully.
Dan about about the pool, and he's like, I ain't going to that pool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeesh.
Yeah, but let's be honest here. I mean, look,
Because Dan's planning on going with me. I'm
unless
excited.
they're
Yeah,
unless
it'll be
they're
fun.
like skin tight sealed
Mm-hmm.
swimwear, even if you're wearing bathing suits or whatever, and you're funky, your funk's getting in the pool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it's naked swimming or not, it really doesn't.
No, it has nothing to being naked. He's just thinking about exactly the too many people being funky in the pool.
Well, yeah,
Having their funkiness into the pool because you're
That's any-
getting all kinds of funky.
Yeah, but that's
there.
orgy funkiness. That's
Yeah,
like a whole,
you're like having,
I would like to think that if you do orgy, you're not gonna jump in the pool.
God, I would hope you would go take a shower before you take in the pool.
Right.
People are gross.
I
Well,
know.
that's true.
It's-
That is
People
true.
are really gross.
like, I mean, I would never do that.
but there's plenty of things. That
I mean,
people
if
do
I
that
was going to
shock me.
orgy it up, I would know better. You don't want to get all that funk in the pool. You
I'm not a
clean
big
yourself up.
swimming pool person anyway. If,
I do. I mean, I do.
if I was
I do
done-
like swimming.
Yeah, if I was just done with an orgy, I think
Probably
I
just take a
wouldn't go.
nap.
Let's go swimming. That's
I
not-
probably just want to take a nap.
I'd want a sandwich.
A sandwich is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hear that.
Probably.
Okay, shower and sandwich, and then sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, shower, sandwich, sleep after the orgy.
Well,
That's what you would do.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
All right, cool.
I guess it's all. I'm just guessing because I've never been in. An
No, not my thing. I did talk to a friend who had gone to an orgy but did
Yeah.
not participate.
Well, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know who I'm talking about.
No, I don't. But that's what I would
Right.
do.
Yeah, he was. Well, he thought he was going to participate.
Oh.
He intended in participating, and then when he got there, he was like, "No, I can't do this. I can't do this." I mean, he likes the ladies. He likes to have some fun and all that. But he was like, "No, I can't do this."
Okay, it would for me though.
He said, but I enjoyed listening to his story about it. It was
I don't know if I wouldn't. Okay, I gotta explain this now. I don't want to spend the whole show talking about this, but it would need to be a man. I don't even know if this is a term. It would need to be a regular orgy, and what I mean is, like there's folks at the festival who like I don't want to be in an and again not kink shaming. It's just not my jam. I wouldn't want to be like in a diaper wearing orgy.
Yeah, but
I'm not into.
I feel like there's
don't
always
need-
going to be that room though. That's like it's going to be a
but
weird.
That's not my room.
Yeah, you just don't go to that room.
There could be the
I feel like there's
alternative orgy.
yeah.
I need to be in a mainstream orgy.
I feel like
if that's the
I feel
thing.
like that's how it is from what I've heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't need like that electro stim shit in my orgy.
I do have a friend who does. He and his wife do like to do the orgy thing. I
Okay.
could find out. He is a good friend.
Oh, are they in town?
No.
Oh, I was
They
gonna
don't
say,
live here.
they should totally be on the show.
Yo,
They have an
for
orgy
real.
show.
For real. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be interesting.
Because remember, the show that I got...
I mean, I'll send him a text and ask. I don't know. It might be really... I mean, it would be hilarious and stuff, but this is like literally one of my oldest and dearest friends. And I'm
So
also
what?
very
So
close.
an orgy person.
I was about to say, you should. That's even more of an end.
How can you be a private orgy person? That doesn't... It's like... That's
Well,
like
I just
jumbo
don't
shrimp.
know. I don't know if this person would...
What?
I don't know that, you know what? It's really more like, I don't know how much his mom knows about
Well, we didn't say his name. We didn't tell... Does his mom a listener of the show?
No, but she
Well,
might
that's-
listen if she thought her son was...
Does she live in Zambia?
She lives here.
Then she'd definitely be listening.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't
said
know.
one person.
But you know what?
I'm
Now I'm sort of curious about it. Now maybe I'll reach out.
All right. Let's just saying. So
Yeah.
anyway, my point was, I wouldn't just need to be in a mainstream orgy. Just
Right. You don't want the diaper wearing people in the orgy
I don't need
room.
electrostim. I mean, if I'm in an orgy,
But what if other people were doing the electrostim and you were just like there?
yeah, but you
Like
could,
I would imagine. See, so this is my
getting
vision.
tears, so go
This
ahead.
is my vision of the orgy room. So my vision of the orgy room is it's just a bunch of people in their like own little orgy places.
Yeah.
So like you and your person are over here in this corner doing your sexy thing.
Yeah.
And then I feel like other people would be near you and they'd be like, hey, do you want to like, you know, whatever, and like you would just like do that. That's how I view
From what
an
I've heard
orgy
in
room.
orgy interviews, it's kind of is like that. There's like
That's how I kinda
there's
do it,
like
like-
there's like the vanilla main lounge where everybody just kind of doing like the regular sex thing, and then you go to like the other rooms if you're
like,
into
diaper
something.
things
Yeah, if you're
or
into
whatever.
would you the electric thing.
Electric stem.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I feel like that's
Is
not.
that-
I
is
feel
that-
like
is
that's
that
not
the-
even that weird to me.
that loud one?
when we did
That's
the
I don't
show,
think it's
it's
that
scary
weird.
sounding.
I don't know, weird. I just look. I don't.
It is
wanna-
kind of scary sound.
I don't like the way it sounds.
Well, when we were
It's
doing
like,
the show, when we
It
were
would be
doing
loud
when we
sometimes.
did the festival,
Yeah.
it was like going off behind us.
Yeah, and
we
it's
would
a-
do it. You just keep hearing this like a really fucked up bug zap.
And then there was.
Yeah,
a-
I'm not a fan of that
yeah,
that sound
So,
itself.
Okay, so if I
would imagine because all right, I again don't know, but I'm thinking like that doesn't bother me that much. So I would think if I was into orgy things, even if I wasn't into the stem thing, but if somebody was doing that near
Okay,
me,
so
I would be like, as long as you don't fucking touch me with your stem thing.
Okay, so that's where I'm
fine.
going. So all right,
Yeah.
so here's the thing. To me, and I may be wrong, and this just could
Like,
be
I'm just gonna ignore you. I'm over here doing my.
this
sexy
could be
thing.
my like 70s porn bias here.
Okay.
But when you say orgy to me, I don't envision that as like you're going off into your own rooms. That's just swapping to me.
No, you're not swap. I really
I
do.
feel like the own rooms are just the weird part. You know what I mean?
No, I don't
Like the
the
regular
orgy.
orgies just in the main lounge.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is if I'm main orgying,
Yeah.
I'm making up terms here, but if I'm main orgying, I don't want anyone by accident.
If I'm on
hitting me
A
with
camp.
that.
You know what? Maybe
I don't-
one of us should actually take that class.
Well,
There's
Just
an
to
orgy
find
class.
out. Said-
Wait, there's a class?
well, I don't know about a class. I was going to
No.
get the pass to go to it.
Well, you have to take a class.
No way.
Yeah, you do.
I will hold on.
No, because I remember
Yo.
talking with our friend about it, with Kathy about it, because Kathy had the
right,
Kathy
right.
had the pass.
Well, I think it's only like $25, so it's not like it's a
Yeah,
ton
so
of-
I know I
will-
kind of know about it because she told me is that you go in there. Well, one of the main things is obviously learning about consent, and that's the main thing. Which is why I don't think orgy rooms are like just a bunch of people like having like a dog pile on each other. I really think it's more like people who like to have sex. Well, I mean, definitely you like to have sex in front of other people. So there's that part of it. So you being in the orgy room might just simply be because you like to have sex and have other people watch you. You might not want to have sex with those other people, but you just enjoy that part.
Right, so
or
I'm-
you like to have sex with your partner and watch other people, but maybe you don't want to have sex.
I will volunteer
Yeah.
to go on, and I will, whatever it is, I will, if it's just like $25, I will sign up for it.
Okay.
I will do it.
Well, Dan might actually be down for signing up for it too. I mean, neither one of us want to do orgy things, but we both like to learn stuff. We just like to learn things.
Okay.
So he might be even into it. I don't know. But either way, I believe that is what it's more like. And it's more like, you know, you might, and then if you meet somebody like at the swinger lounge party at the bar and you're like, hey, this is my partner and this is my partner and we like to do this. Oh yeah. Do you want to hook up maybe at the next orgy thing? Sure. Let's do that. And
I'll just
like,
make sure,
I feel like it's more like that kind
that's
of thing.
fine. If I think I'll just make sure I have all of the Stuart Pedasso business cards. So I meant, hey, I'm not really here to have sex, which
Yeah.
sounds weird, but here, take my card.
Yeah. Right.
But I imagine
Which
if you
is
went to the
weird,
class,
but there
you
is
would
a butt plug
learn
on the
like
card.
there's
Yeah.
probably like
Is there?
there's probably
Oh,
like
fits.
some sort of there is. It's awesome. There's probably some sort of like I don't know code of ethics or some type of thing where it's like
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm a man of business. I'd be networking in there.
Hey, can I introduce you to a set of encyclopedias?
You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, I liked your penis. Can
Yes,
I
hey.
can I interest you?
In the Encyclopedia Britannica? Hey, nice penis, Bob.
You know what?
You need a vacuum cleaner.
you know what I mean? Exactly.
You fucked my wife like I've never seen anyone fuck her before. Let's get together later and have some beers and talk about life insurance.
do you
Yeah,
make-
let's get the insurance.
Yeah.
Man, I've never been beaten up by a swinger before. Hey, I didn't have consent for you to put your foot in my ass, Bob. Well, let's change this conversation on a dime.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, no, it was a clean segue. I seen
Yeah,
you did that.
totally.
I seen
Speaking
that.
of-
That was clean.
Foot up your ass.
Yeah.
No, so we didn't
sorta
go.
talked.
We sort of talked. Well, because when you left, you
Yes.
left Rochester for a
Yep.
while, and Melissa, oh, my son left Rochester,
And of course,
sad,
you know, I was
yeah.
like, you know, beside
Sad.
myself.
We didn't
Yeah.
get in depth or anything
Yeah.
like that. So how about that? Let's talk about why you. Well, you're back now.
Yeah.
But let's talk about why you left and then why you came back. 'Cause
Okay.
I look at this as and I'm glad you're here and you're good.
Yeah.
You seem everything seems cool.
Yeah.
But it does sound like a cautionary tale.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
So that's
absolutely.
so yeah, that's what I want.
But I don't have.
folks-
I think there's good parts about it too. No,
Okay.
straight up, straight
Well,
up.
you can say that too.
Yeah,
You
absolutely,
should say all of
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
say all of
So
it.
I guess
Look, I was at the orgy and I got hit with an electrostim and I hated it, but there was some good stuff.
it started to hit. Like I was like, okay, I get it. You know.
Right, like I
Yeah.
saw Jesus, that was good.
That was good, but
Yeah,
it's
that
not
was
my
good.
I don't need
but
to see it
really,
again, but I'm
I don't
good.
need my butt hair singed like that.
Yeah.
So I just like, yo, Bob,
Yo, for real.
I don't have that life insurance that I sell. You better chill. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no, you're
go
good.
ahead.
You're good.
What were you doing?
Yeah, so for the past about 7 to 8 months, I was working for called ICD. It's an independent corporate distributor.
That sounds very vague and
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. So essentially, we were like, it was. How do I break it down? So essentially, it's just like a really efficient pyramid scheme. You know what I mean? Like it was definitely a pyramid scheme. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it was just worked like still having like a W-2 and stuff, and I was like able to pay my bills. But essentially, there's like a bunch of different. It's like this big corporation. I think it's called Credico / Smart Circle, right?
damn.
And and so they got like hundreds of offices across America and in Canada and like a few in Europe and stuff. And essentially there's a bunch of like quote unquote startup businesses, right, that are franchised out, right? And then so people like I was selling Frontier Internet, right? So companies like Frontier or like they'd also sell like what was it? There's some people are selling solar panels. Some people are selling cell phones. There's like a lot of like giving out free phones to like.
So it's like almost like contractors.
Yeah, independent.
definitely a
it's an
subcontractor type of
independent
deal.
corporate distributor. So like
Yeah.
literally, they'd hire like these little smaller businesses, right? But they're all under the Credico circle.
I mean, people were getting. I mean, like what Alex was getting. Like people were getting the service.
Yeah.
I mean, the service you were selling was legit.
Oh yeah,
You were
no, I
getting
was
it.
selling, and it was good internet. It was straight,
Yeah.
it was really good internet. It's fiber optics.
But
Have you ever had fiber optic internet?
is that what Greenlight is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah, green light's fast, right? Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I guess it does a job. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so like I could see the difference 'cause I play video games and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So like I'd be downloading a game that like take like 50 minutes on like or 2 hours.
At my house.
Yeah, it would take like 15 minutes when I had fiber optic internet. I was like, wow, this is different.
But there was one part I'll just
Yeah.
at some point. Well, I don't want to just say it.
Go ahead.
Into the story when we get to it. There was one part that really made me go whoa. That made it sound cult like to me.
It is.
So that was what
Which
was it?
part?
Well, the part what they told you about family.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is crazy.
Yeah, I told him.
But I
Yeah.
assume there's other stuff too. If you ask me which part.
Oh yeah, well yeah. There's a lot of stuff. So like it is very like culty. Because they just use like so like the first thing. Well, one, funnily enough, I actually watched a documentary at my job while I was working at it. Like I was actively knocking on people's doors, listening to a documentary in my headphones about how shitty the company I was looking for.
I still have it on my
living
wish
for
list.
was.
I have to listen. I have to watch it. It's still on there.
But essentially, yeah. So like it'd just be like a lot of stuff. It's a lot of like social pressure, and it's a lot of like one of us gooble gobble kind of things. And they refer to everybody outside of the business as outside influences. Which I never even used that word personally because I never liked the way it sounded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause you know
anybody
better.
that wasn't involved with the business, they're an outside influence. Now there are good and bad outside influences, but either way, it's just like a lot of us and them kind of talk.
Definitely think I'm them.
Yeah.
I'm probably us only because I'm your mom, but
Not
What?
even not really.
No,
You be
that's what I'm
them.
saying.
Like you're
I'm still
outside of the
them.
business. You know what I
Because
mean?
from what you told me, Melissa, what you told me, that Alex told you. I got to remember there's listeners here, not is that they told you that really you should like not have too much to do with your family.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
that's the part where I went, whoop, that was my warning.
Yeah, like they just really try to cut you off from your family and friends, and they'd also teach you how to lie to your family and friends about your job, so they didn't question it as much.
But it's
Crazy enough.
what I don't understand depending on what it was, if you like the internet thing that you were
Yeah.
doing, if it's actually real service
Yeah.
and you're getting it, why the cover up stuff?
I think because you're getting paid only commission, right? You're not getting paid like an hourly rate, right? And now my commission was like
That sounds minorly illegal.
yeah, it's like they got legal loopholes. They work around.
I mean,
it.
they got lawyers. I mean,
Nah,
if it's
like
a big
they-
enough
like-
company, they got lawyers.
No, absolutely. I mean, they are. I'm not gonna go too much in detail about those kind of things, but there are people that are in trouble right now. They're getting sued, not for stuff like that though. Because they're all good. They're huge. Like, you know what I mean? But essentially, it's because I'd be working. Once I got to Connecticut, I was working about 80 to 90 hours a week, and not making an hourly pay.
That's gotta be illegal.
Yeah, it
This
was
has gotta be.
It was crazy. Like I was like there was a point where I was sleeping on my office floor because we didn't have an apartment yet. Like they rushed
Yeah.
them out to a new office so they could like grow their organization more because there's all these different little organizations within the organization. So they're pushing my manager in Connecticut to expand way before he was ready to. So like we didn't even have a place to live by the time we got there. So we were like literally sleeping in our office on the floor without a bed or anything. And so yeah, I think that's why a lot of times there's just like a lot of stuff that was like definitely like questionable that I feel like that they'd make you like lie to your family about. Me personally, I kind of like that stuff though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm weird.
Which part?
So for example,
Okay.
so for example, right? I like I really do like I like a challenge. And
Run for office then, dude.
you know what I mean? Like I like it.
No,
felt,
I mean, there's
You know what I
definitely
mean?
something admirable about that.
If-
You might have liked a challenge too much where it wasn't. You were starting to like really not take care of yourself the way
oh
you should
yeah,
have.
absolutely. No, absolutely.
But-
But
Well,
I
if you
feel
work in 80, 90 hours,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, it's a cool thing to be like that, but you took it to the next level where it wasn't healthy.
well, I think it's just because it's not for something that like was for me. You know what I mean? Like
And they-
I'd still be
yeah.
willing to work 80 to 90 hours for myself. You know what I
if
mean?
it was your business.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
if it was something that was worth your while, if you really believed in it,
I
if
mean,
you
I'm
knew
on
it
phone
was
calls for like my own business most of the day. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
like kind of all
Now.
day. Huh? Yeah.
Oh well. Do you want to plug it?
I mean,
Or is
sure.
it still
I mean,
in
no, I mean it's open.
No.
Yeah, I own a music venue.
I
Yeah.
know nothing about
Yeah.
this.
Okay. Yeah. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about it on the show. I have talked about it on the show.
So it's called The Space. It's just it was gonna be a small like smash room that my dad was building.
Oh,
and then
I apologize. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that was still a thing. I remember
yeah.
that was a while back. I didn't realize that was still a thing.
No, he kind of stopped doing that when he stopped building it, and then it was just kind of like a storage space, and then I just I don't know, I just wanted it as an art studio, honestly, and then I was like, oh, there's a lot of back rent and people are noticing me over here, so we have to figure out a way to pay the rent. So I just started I finished like doing all the drywall in there, and then I started renting out the rooms, and then things kind of got ahead of itself, and now we have like a stage and like all like the sound equipment, and we're like renting out on the weekends for like raves and rap shows.
And it's being used.
Yeah.
They have artists. They have artist show. We have
pop-up shops.
Pop-up shops and stuff.
Yeah, it's like
It's
an actual
cool.
business.
It's really cool.
All right. Well, okay. So
back to what I
The
was
space on
No,
Exchange
back-
Street, right?
Okay.
Is
yeah,
it the space on
the space on well, it's
the space on Exchange?
Yeah, the space on Exchange. That's
all right,
the
get
name.
me we'll like do links on Stuart's socials. and
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely.
I mean, I know it's a local thing if you're only in Rochester, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I mean,
It's a cool. It's
we'll
cool.
make
It's
we'll make
kind
merch
of,
eventually.
Well, what I'm
like-
saying is the way the algorithms work, the more people that like share your shit or like your shit or
Yep.
or link to your shit, it hits the algorithm.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
we'll
Well,
totally
and
do
the
that.
place that and we've talked about it on the show, the place that where Alex's space with his father is the same campus that
right, I
Green
assume
Innovation
that was
is, and where the Ravens Lodge is, yeah, Riverside.
and again, local stuff, but with stuff we've kind of talked about.
It's getting pretty cool over there. It's actually pretty.
I got
It is.
some-
It's getting cool.
It is.
really-
I'm just the only thing I'll say.
I don't want to get too cool, but it's getting a little bit.
No,
cool.
it is getting cool, but I'll say this: that it just the only thing my concern about it now that I'm relatively deeply involved in one of the entities there is it's really for sure like the guy who owns the whole thing is really in over his head.
He's not the only one that owns it.
Oh, he's not. Well, okay,
no, he's
that
not-
dude's in over.
Oh,
his
I
head.
No, he's
No,
talking
no,
about, you
different
know
guy.
who you're talking about.
with the owner of the.
Yeah.
Oh, at least so it's not one person who owns the whole complex. Is
No.
different. Okay.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, the person who.
Yeah, there's more than one person.
Okay, I did not realize it,
Yeah.
but the person who owns the part that I'm involved in, the entity I'm involved in,
Okay.
is
It's the same person.
is way over his head.
Yeah, he is.
He's-
But
I
I'm
hope-
just gonna say I do think that he is a good person.
Oh, I haven't
Not
even
straight
met
up.
him yet. I just know how shit's
What's
been
that?
going.
Nah, he's a good dude.
He
no,
is a
I-
good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just-
like
It's a lot. Like I mean, it's a huge building to be working.
Right,
you know
that's what I'm
I
saying.
mean?
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
is. He's
he's-
probably. I know that he's not the only one that owns that space, but I've never met anybody else.
So
So I feel like he's the only one that
he's the only
really
one
puts a
honestly,
lot of
he's
work
not
into
the
it.
only owner, but he's the only one that's really like trying.
Okay.
Realistically. Yeah.
And he's
So-
been he was at one of the one of the meetings I was at that one meeting I went
Yeah,
to
yeah.
at Roco. He was there to talk about the spaces there because he cares about the art scene and and they're trying to do their thing to try to get more people over there. So yeah.
So
He's
okay,
alright.
so like I know that folks were talking about a local thing and dropping local names and shit like that, but it also is good examples for stuff that you could be doing wherever you are, whether it's Zambia or Ireland or down in South Carolina or whatever you may be listening to the show.
There's probably a place in near your area where a factory was that nobody is factoring there anymore, and those spaces could be turned into something cool.
Oh, for sure. Lately in some social media feeds, I've been seeing stuff about places in like particularly the Rust Belt of towns like in Ohio and stuff like just nothing but like empty schools and factories and like towns that have just like gone to shit because there's no jobs there anymore. And
Oh yeah, especially places like Ohio, definitely.
I mean the biggest city that everybody still talks about is Detroit, but which is true. I remember taking that drive through Detroit and just seeing unbelievable
I've only been there
swatches
once, and it
of
was
space
just
of just
overnight,
nothing.
and it was a wedding, and I don't think we really left the wedding venue much. So yeah, I didn't really see much of Detroit.
it was
but
just
I've been there once.
nothing but well, I don't say nothing, but it was. I'm sure there's the gentrification part, but just a lot of space in that city of just absolute blocks of nothing, of where there used to be houses or houses with just shells of them. There's no windows. There's nothing on the inside. It's just been ravaged, and there's
sad.
nothing around. Yeah, totally. And it was totally preventable, but again, woo, capitalism,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So I'm sorry. So
no, you're good.
all right. So you kind of just packed up and left.
Yeah. So they're like,
What
Was
was,
there-
the what was yeah, say what was the breaking point?
oh well, no, I didn't pack up and leave. No, the Connecticut office got shut down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. There's okay. The door-to-door side of the Connecticut office got shut down. There was like a retail portion that most likely isn't also going to survive out there because they were doing even worse than us.
okay.
But so they Connecticut's just like, and it's funny because we didn't know this until we got out there. Actually, not even like my manager knew this when we got out there. But the past 3 offices that opened up in our territory got shut down like within months. You know what I mean? We actually did better than the other Connecticut offices. Funnily enough, it's just a terrible market for doing door to door. They're very closed off people.
Well, particularly depending on the neighborhood. So my understanding, and I know there's probably a listener who can correct me on this one or give me some more detail, but my take on how Connecticut is, there's a lot of very well-off areas,
Yeah.
and then abstract poverty.
Yeah.
Like
So we were
there doesn't
most.
seem to be a lot of in the middle there.
We were mostly in the hood in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Like we were like in like the north end of Hartford a lot. Funnily enough, that's where I was making the most money though. They were actually the coolest out there in Connecticut. It's once you got out to like the middle class and like the more upper class portions that they didn't want to talk at all.
I would actually, to be honest, I would already assumed that.
Yeah, but
you
like
would have
in
a better
the north end of Hartford, like
because the
they would just invite they'd invite you inside their house. Like
Boom.
you'd be like hanging out. They'd give you food and stuff. You'd meet like the whole family, and they'd like usually have like food stamps or something, so you could like sign up for like $30 internet. It was actually I particularly like the hood in Connecticut. They're cool. But
No, I was at the hood in Connecticut.
yeah, and it's crazy out there. Like it's like honestly, it's worse than Rochester's like bad neighborhoods. Honestly, from what I like, cause like it was just I heard a lot more gunshots out there than out here. It was very interesting.
Well, you're hanging in the wrong neighborhoods here.
Well,
That's
like
true. You don't live in.
I spent a lot of time there though. Like most of my friends like live in like usually like in like the North Goodman, Portland
Right,
area.
right.
Like I would say honestly, I feel like Hartford was slightly more active.
So even when you're hanging out with your friends in that area, you
Yeah,
still.
I mean, it was like stuff. No, I'd seen stuff
still-
happen. It was crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's like any other neighborhood that's like highly packed in with people, and like there's a lot of
And people
poverty,
are
so
rich.
people
Yeah,
just get
people are
crazy.
poor. Right.
It just is how it is what it is. But I would say honestly, from what I saw, Hartford was definitely more active.
Well, all those people need to
Interesting.
just pull themselves up by the bootstraps.
Yeah, maybe right.
Less
yeah.
avocado
yeah.
toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
job.
That's what I'm saying. I've always
But yeah,
Vote
so
for me.
yeah, but in general though, like Connecticut, like they're just like the most like they're very rude out there. They're very rude, very closed off. Nobody really wanted to conversate at all. Honestly, it made like people in like upstate New York look really friendly.
Nah.
It was crazy. Like like I got back here and I could like say hi to strangers, and I was like, oh, you don't say hi to strangers out there. It's so except in Waterbury, I don't know what it was. Waterbury, Connecticut.
I don't know the man. So you like got around Connecticut.
Oh yeah,
It
I was
wasn't
everywhere.
just-
I was everywhere in Connecticut. Well, at least in that like section of like Connecticut, we were in a lot of different towns out there. So I got to see a lot of specifically Connecticut.
All right, so you started off sleeping on the floor of
Yeah.
the place, and
Yeah.
then you ended up with an apartment.
Yep.
All right, so because you got around in so many places within that part of the state,
Mm-hmm.
was like everybody piled into a car and you just got dropped off somewhere
Yep.
in some part of Connecticut.
Exactly.
Yep. That's exactly how it works.
Exactly how it was. And they'd say
Damn, that's
they give you like a list of houses that you were able to go to, and they just, all right, go, and then you're on your own for about 6 to 8 hours. It was fascinating.
I have something I want to say, but
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
say it on the show.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, we're done now.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
But what's it called? Yeah, just like, and then we get back to the office around like 8 or 9, and then we'd be at the office till like 12 to 1 in the morning. And then I'd be back.
Be following up.
Yeah,
and
and
stuff
setting
like
up for
that,
the day tomorrow, and
Data input probably.
having a lot of meetings also afterwards through like national calls and stuff like that with like the whole organization where it's like, I don't know, indoctrinating you harder, you know.
Yeah, that's what they do.
And
Sounds like you're well trained to work on a political campaign, my friend.
probably, yeah, absolutely.
That's where I was going.
Yeah. What's it called? And then we get up in the morning, and I'd be back at the office about 8 in the morning.
Well, I know us old folk can't do shit like that. I know that.
Yeah, I mean,
no, we
honestly,
don't.
so here's the thing, though. Like, this is the part that I liked about it. Like, my stress tolerance is like out of this world now. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much somebody could say to me at this point where I'd be like that upset.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, 'cause
yeah.
not only am I talking to like 60 strangers in Connecticut that hate me throughout the day, because I was thinking I knocked on thousands of doors. I did
Yeah,
the math.
been there. It's
I'm not-
politically,
you know
I've
what I,
done that.
you
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
totally.
And like the majority of people did not like me. You know what I mean? Because that's just how it is.
Yeah.
They're like,
that's how it
because I get it too. Like, I mean, me personally, I don't like door to door people either. When they come to my door, I'm like, what are you doing at my house, bro? Like, get out of here.
Yeah. Well, as someone who's either being the candidate
Yeah.
or working for someone, or I say working, but volunteering for somebody. Yeah, people don't like you coming to their door.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, since I've done it so much, I actually have more empathy for people who do it. So I will like listen to them, even if it's like the most dumbest shit.
Oh yeah.
Eventually I'll be, and this isn't a put down, unless it's something religious, it's just so not my jam, I will cut that off.
Yeah.
But someone's running for office, even though there's no chance in hell I'm supporting them, I'll listen to them. I'll even take the lid if they want, or I'll say, look, dude, I really don't think I'm going to be voting for that person. If you want me to take the lid, I will. But if you want to save it, that's cool. I will let them,
Yeah.
Just because I've been on
I'll
the
listen
other
to
end of that.
political people anyway.
'Cause
for
I've
the
been
most
on the other
part,
end
because
of
I think
that.
that's
Not
actually
everybody will.
important.
Nah, yeah.
Oh no, I think that's actually important. I'll
people
listen
would,
to that.
People would think I was a politician sometimes.
Oh,
They're
absolutely.
Like, they
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I was either that or like the solar panel person or window. Because they would be like, especially in Connecticut, like the market out there is super oversaturated. Like you'd be going against like 3 other companies knocking on doors on the same territory you'd be in.
For the same product?
No, for all different things, but it gets to that point where you're
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
if you
it's
got-
like, it's like people are just like, what do you want?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh man, that's not good.
in Irondequoit, actually, my second to last day here, actually somebody swung on me in Irondequoit.
That's a suburb of Rochester.
Yeah. And then actually my first weekend in Hartford, someone pulled a gun on me.
Okay, I've never had anything like that.
Ever?
No.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been in I've done 14621 Genesee Street.
Yeah.
I've been there, but no, I haven't had.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, like Hartford.
During the day?
Huh?
It was during the day?
Nah, that was nighttime.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, you don't knock on doors at night.
That we had to. That was my job. Like
I'm
I'd
just
be
saying.
I'd be in like the craziest neighborhoods,
No,
8
no,
o'clock at
no,
night
fuck
during
that.
like
No,
yo, and
I'm crazy. I'm not stupid.
oh
No,
listen, I was
no, no, no,
stupid.
no, no,
I was
no.
stupid. I'd go inside people's porches. You know what I mean? I was going inside people's porches. I went into people's apartment buildings and knocked on the doors in there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's man. I
told
wouldn't
them
do that.
I told them the leasing office sent me.
Okay, that's okay. Then I'd pull a gun on you.
All right, that's kind of
I like you.
See, and I think that's kind of funny.
Anybody else need?
Sure. Yeah. Wait, this
Yeah, I
isn't
will.
finished.
Yeah.
You got one?
Yeah, I'll have one.
All right, it's blocked now.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I
So
Yeah, cause I don't know. Like, so here's the thing, right? A lot of times I was like definitely like pressured into doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? It was definitely like, oh, if you're not gonna go inside their buildings, you just don't want money bad enough. You don't want it bad enough.
Yeah, you like
You
give
know
me
what I mean?
yeah, make
and
it
and
bad.
to be fair, I do think the way they did that was like super not cool. But I don't regret doing it, and I would have done it again.
I don't never saw the movie, but what was the movie about selling siding? It's supposed to be famous. Was it Glengarry Ross or Glenn something Ross? Something.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about, though? You know what I'm talking about.
Is it Tin Man?
Oh, there was Tin Man too.
I saw Tin Man.
There was that one, but there was another one I thought. That
I never saw Glengarry. I didn't.
Yeah,
saw that.
there was
But
another
I saw
one.
Tin Man.
It was
That was
about the
good.
business of selling siding, and it was like kind of crazy ass shit. Like you don't want it bad enough.
Yeah, and because it really
Capitalism.
and it's terrible, but I do think at the end of the day, I think like I came out a stronger person, straight up.
Oh, every bizarre situation, everything
Yeah.
is if you have the right mindset, you come out learning shit. I mean, I have students I try like I will equate it. So
Yeah,
hold on a
go
second,
ahead.
I'll connect it. But like kids who won't try anything
Mm-hmm.
in class because they don't want to see us getting it wrong.
Yep.
It's like, dude, that's the only way you learn shit. You got, I don't say it that way, but it's like you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you learn stuff. That's how you grow. And every once in a while, a kid will get it, but most of the time they just resist again, which is why I should have been a plumber. But not true. But yeah, no, I totally hear what you're saying. But yeah, the going at 8:00 in the hood.
Oh no, absolutely. It was definitely like
That's just fucking.
definitely bad ideas.
Yeah, that's-
I'm glad like I came out like unscathed. I mean, like I'm kind of like
Yeah, I'm glad too.
Yeah.
and, like I'm kind of like, you know, they definitely did leave me like kind of like broke in Rochester, because they just like didn't tell me the Connecticut office was gonna get shut down, which was
But yeah, he came home for Christmas.
for Christmas, and they're like, surprise, you're staying
Surprise! You're not gonna go back to Connecticut.
where all your stuff is, and like
Yeah,
your
all of the shit was there for like 2 weeks or so.
yeah, like I don't know, cause like
so
I was
worried.
very much planning on like living in Connecticut. Like I was planning on not being back in Rochester for like a few years. You know what I mean? In my head, I was like, yeah,
That's,
I'm just gonna keep traveling around.
Yeah,
going
see
from
what
one
happens, you know what I mean?
job to the next.
because like there was a lot of people that were doing that. But I don't know, they were just like kind of willing to dump me back here and not take me with them. And after that, I was just kind of like, you know what I mean? So I had the option to stay at the Rochester office, but I just didn't like how things were like
No, I'm
being
glad you
done.
quit.
You know what I mean?
really, I know it. I know it's tough and to quit a job, especially when you don't already have a job.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think just they did you dirty.
Oh no, they did, and it really I don't know.
keep your head held high and like, no, I'm not letting people treat me like this.
But I would say if anyone wanted to get good at being social, do door to door for like a few months and quit. It's like mental boot camp.
not for capitalist purposes.
Yeah.
I've trained people to go door to door for political stuff.
Yeah.
And like even though now these days they have they give you like tablets and shit that has all the voter data on it and all
Yeah.
that crap. You input
Yeah,
it.
we went out with the tablets.
Yeah. I actually, any campaign I work on, I still, and it's not me being like, you damn kids, get off my lawn with your technology.
Yeah.
I want to do paper copies with clipboards, and the reason,
No, paper leads are so much better.
but
Absolutely.
not, but not only
that.
that. In my training,
Yeah.
because I actually had a volunteer. This happened to a volunteer once. I make sure everybody who goes out has a clipboard in case of a dog. You put the clipboard between you and a dog. I mean, it's literally not going to fend off the whole fucking dog, but that you put it between the dog's mouth and you won't get bit. At least
I
for
didn't even
a
think
little
about it
bit.
that
I
way.
mean, that's a good point too. Yeah, that is a good point.
I did have one person who just didn't pay attention, and a dog. I've never been bitten. I've been.
But it could happen.
Yeah,
Dogs
Sure.
surprisingly liked me when I was doing that.
Well, you've always been really.
I had something. I don't know. I was just so friendly. I couldn't help.
But just in case, just to have that as a barrier, just
Oh, yeah.
to give you a second or whatever, like when it surprises you. I've always wanted to. I just feel like I'm not carrying a gun or mace or anything, but having a clipboard I can just put between me and a dog for a second, so I can figure something
Yeah.
out. And I've like trained people like that, and I was like, look, I've never had a problem. I think I've had one volunteer that's ever had a real problem with it. But just it's made me feel safer. Just having that freaking stupid clipboard,
Absolutely.
99-cent dollar
that's
store
fine.
clipboard. Yeah, I mean, I just and then there's always me. Now I'm gonna be old guy for a second. Having a freaking tablet. Well, again, if you're 8 o'clock at night, it's not gonna matter. But like you're trying to read like your screen in the sunlight, and you're like,
Well, even then,
Oh,
I
man.
prefer.
Yeah, just fuck that shit.
I always
Just
found
give me
it.
the paper.
I found
man.
it way easier for me to just like be able to look at a piece of paper and
Yeah.
just cross out the address
Yep.
instead of having to go into the app. I got to
Mm-hmm.
click on the house. I probably have gloves on because it's cold.
If it's-
so
yeah, right.
So,
If it's
so
not-
I won't be able to. It's gonna take me like a few clicks to click on. Then I gotta
Or I could
go
just
to
have
this.
a piece of paper and I could just scratch it out.
Nope.
Or
never mind.
I write a
I'm
note
done.
real quick, or I know some campaigns
Oh,
like
plus
to
for
have
that too, because I
codes.
would like to have
Also,
something to
I would write notes as well
and
for
you
like
rate people
for different
1
houses.
to 5 if they're into the candidate.
Well,
or
I would
something.
have I would have more like it would be like notes on the person. Like let's say they wanted me to come back at a certain time. I'd write down like what time they want me to come back. Like there are a few of their issues they might have been having with their internet and like a little bit of, like their personality traits. So I knew how to like.
No question. I mean, when it was time to go out to knock on doors,
Yeah.
I would be just like, oh.
Oh yeah, me too.
But once you get out doing it, it's I'm not trying to mean this in a creepy way. Just going to see other people's houses and how they do shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've gotten gardening tips going door to door.
Oh, yeah.
Dudes working on something.
I get fed all
that's
the-
really cool. Well, I've never gotten fed.
I got fed all the time.
I never got fed.
I just
Well,
asked.
you're
Say you
skinny.
would-
You look
Well,
like
no,
you
I
need
just
food.
asked.
You need a sandwich.
I would just
man.
like I would like it was like one of my good icebreakers, like because
Oh,
you always
damn.
have, they'd like open the door like, are you cooking in it? It smells amazing. You got an extra plate in there? And a lot of times
no,
they'd like
that-
actually give
no.
me food
No, that I never did.
all the time.
But somebody be outside working. I've gotten like gardening yard tips and shit.
Yeah,
Which was pretty cool.
That's good.
I got a pair
Yeah.
of shoes one time.
Bro, okay.
got
I
a
don't know
bow.
what you're doing.
You got a freaking bow.
I got a bow and arrow one time, dude.
Okay.
compound bow.
Next time I'm working on a campaign, you're going door to door. I got to see this.
A compound bow.
Bruh,
Get shit.
I'm just.
I come
Why?
downstairs one morning and I'm like, why is
Why?
there a compound bow in my
I'm
kitchen?
just likable.
Yeah, but why would someone give you a bow?
I just saw it and it looked like they were getting rid of it, and I was like, "Can I have it?" And they're like, "Sure."
That's just fucking bizarre.
I got a pair of LeBrons. It was a very nice pair of shoes. I looked up the price for them. They're going for like $400 brand new.
All right, that was a drug house. If someone's just giving you LeBrons, man.
Nah,
that's a fucking drug house.
it was a dude and his mom.
Who's giving away $400 pair of
I
shoes?
was like, man, I really like your shoe collection. And he's like, yeah, do you want these ones? And I was like, okay.
All right, you're coming out with me. Just once. I
Oh,
gotta
I
see
will,
this.
absolutely. I
gotta
love.
see
Listen,
this.
I like to a certain extent. If it was a company that I cared about, you know what I mean,
No,
or
I don't
something
do
be-
that. I don't do
Or no,
companies,
no, I
but-
mean like something I believed
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Like I love door to door. It's
I don't
hilarious.
care if you don't believe it.
Nah.
I want to just one time see this
Yeah.
magic. I want to come back with like, I don't know, a set
The
of
Alex
dishes.
Lemke
Yeah,
magic.
set of dishes. I want
Oh
something.
yeah, I would get stuff.
I'll make a want list of
Yo.
what shit we need around the house.
I just asked people for ice cream when it was hot. Like, hey, guys got any ice cream in there? It's really hot out there. Be like, actually, I do. I'm like, cool.
Okay, well, that's just odd.
Yeah, great times.
Honestly, I'd probably do it too.
You'd be shocked how many
No, I
people
probably
like, you're
would,
like,
honestly, if
they-
somebody was
you know what
like,
I mean? And
"Oh,
you're out there
oh,
all
it's
day.
hot
They know
out."
you're working really hard because like they know it's a terrible job. You know, it's like,
I
can,
would. I'm like, oh,
can I get some
I don't-
food? They're like, yeah.
I have popsicles here. I'll give you a popsicle.
Especially,
I would be so surprised. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be like, what?
No, I would totally. Do
I would
it.
totally be. It would stun me. Eventually,
would
I
stun me.
probably
that
would.
that was the typical white people reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was generally like the typical white man reaction was like,
All right. Okay. So actually, I have a segue. This is a segue.
yeah.
And we may have started talking about this, but I don't think we actually processed it all the way through. So a lot of the not a lot, some of the activism stuff I do, and you, like I said earlier, if you go to coolcatsforchange.com, there's a page on there that helps you start a cooperative, right? That gives you some resources to start a cooperative. And I've been talking to a few folks about this. I know that's the way shit should be, right? I know that businesses should be run by the workers and they should make choices democratically in the workplace and all that kind of shit. And I've talked to this with somebody who actually is in a co-op, right? This cafe, I think the only local restaurant / cafe in Rochester that's cooperatively owned.
I didn't know that's.
And
a
we
thing.
were talking.
What is it? Do you know?
Anyone's Cafe.
Anyone's Cafe.
It's it's
that's
over
a
on
cute
Gregory.
name. It's Anyone's.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
over on
It's on
Gregory Street.
It's not far from your dad.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
cute.
was just there today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm there like pretty much every Saturday doing Green Party shit.
Okay.
And and we're talking about, it's like, I have all, if I ever even started some kind of business, because we always say, man, I'd like to do this. I'd like to have a bar. I'd like to, like guys do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, a bar, man. You get drunk with your buddies.
Yeah.
Let's open a bar.
Yeah,
That kind of
that
thing.
was
I
me.
definitely do not.
Right.
That
Yeah.
was me.
So, and
I thought about opening a bar.
right.
Oh, yeah.
And so
but no.
cooperatively,
No,
I
I'm
know
glad I
that
never did that.
in terms of what's best for the community, it should be all owned and run by the workers and all that shit. But honestly, I have these ideas and I just want to do them on my own in a way. And talking to this person about that who's in a co-op, he's like, yeah, we've had that community mindset beaten out of us. Like, maybe not beaten. He used the word beaten, but I know what he meant. It's like just over time, this American individualism kind of thing that I've been brainwashed. And like, where I'm uncomfortable because I have these ideas and I want to do them. And rather than, hey, I have these awesome ideas, I'd like to present it to the group to see if we could do it. I just want to do it on my own. Just fucking, I want it to be my business and I'll do it.
Is that bad?
No, but I'm just saying it. But if I understand that
Yeah.
our society should be more collective,
Okay.
because I know that this individualism is what's fucking killing us.
Yeah.
It's a society that, but I just know that I've been trained to like not. It should be just me.
Yeah.
And so I've been lately, my brain has been trying to deal with it. I think it's going to have some kind of metamorphosis. I'm hoping anyway, at least before I die. I know I'm getting old. It better happen soon. but yeah, it's just trying to reconcile this between, not just me, that the way our society could, because the individualism is what's like fucking us up, because when you do that, you have winners and losers, as opposed to like, can't we all just survive?
Yeah.
Can't we all just kind of at least win somewhat?
Yeah,
Can we all
right.
somewhat win?
Right.
Yeah. We don't have to win.
But the
we
whole
can
basis
somewhat
of
win.
capitalism is winners
Right.
and losers.
Right.
So yeah, and so like I totally am down with it, the collectivism, that kind of shit. But I know I've been trained, and my brain's starting to go, dude, you got to work this out, because you can't. Like if I won $1 million, if I won whatever, and I had this space where I could actually do something with it, like the idea about the plastic recycling thing that just won't leave my head. That's in my head. It's a me thing, but I also know it should be collective.
I have that problem a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm trying to work
I
that
see
out.
that. Yeah. I see that you do have that. As
Yeah.
I'm trying to work that out in my head. And I mean, in the meantime, I'm still like teaching, and I fucking hate the job. And it used to be my calling and my passion, and now it's just,
What happened?
it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's just fucking horrible.
Huh.
It's just, there isn't a good school anymore. All the schools that I was like looking to get into, because I
Yeah.
thought that was the way to go, they all just caved in, and they all just do what
Yeah.
all the other schools do. And when I've tried to start schools, they've all failed, and I'm just like,
Tried to start a school
yeah, 3 times.
3 times.
3 different
Did
times.
any of them start?
Yeah, actually, one of them's still around. It's a
Okay.
it's a charter school,
Yeah.
and they totally suck.
Really?
Well, I got
Which
pushed.
one? Which one is it?
I got pushed out.
Is it a local one?
Yeah,
like
I got pushed-
Rochester?
Yeah, I got pushed out at the before they even got up and running.
Oh.
When I was asked to join in, and I brought in all these people, and
Yeah.
and
You're
the
pretty awesome.
and the minute I came up with, hey, I think we should do like quote discipline this way rather than suspending kids, we should do this with it. They just stopped inviting me to meetings, and all my people got off the email list, and we all just
Is it? And
weren't invited.
this is in Rochester.
Urban Choice.
Is that the city school district?
Well, it's a charter school.
The charter
Oh,
schools
okay.
are, yeah.
It's right around the corner. It's right over on Humboldt.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
local reference. But yeah, so they just, as soon as they knew that I was some crazy wacko, like who actually thought of kids as humans,
Oh yeah.
they just got dumped my ass.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
And the funny thing is, they invited me literally the day after I got my ass kicked running for city school board, and it was people I ran against who also lost as well. And they called me up and said, "Hey, Dave, we got this idea. Do you want to come on board?" It's like they heard me talk about all the shit that I wanted to do if I got elected to the school board, and like they were shocked when I came out with, "Oh, kids are humans." We
Yeah.
can't ask Dave to be in this anymore.
Right.
I know. I was like, dude, you knew who I was, man. What?
Yeah.
It's not like I took off my bra and I had no boobs. But,
Right.
Well, Alex mostly went to charter schools.
Or did I?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yes, she did.
Are those weird little like experiment schools that they do with the kids?
Supposedly.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
where you went to
oh,
school.
okay. Yeah, I definitely did. Yeah, those are weird.
Well, it depends on the.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones I went to were weird, and they also generally failed after they opened.
They did.
Yeah, they ended up sucking.
They too.
It's the first year. The
sucks.
first year for PSAC was really cool, and then the last three, like, my education was terrible.
Stats show that.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
they do no
I was
better.
really, yeah, we had a lot of high hopes
I had
for that
fun.
school.
Damn. Still, we're over an hour.
Yeah, we had a lot of high hopes
Makes
for that
sense.
school. It was really disappointing.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up on the
Yeah,
show.
I'm
We don't
about
have
to
to
say.
stop talking.
I'm
But
about to say.
so, all right, so you got the space that you're gonna send me links to so that I
Yes.
can do shit. Any other plan? You don't have to. I'm just wondering. I am curious. I'm genuinely curious. So, like, what else is on tap? What else are you gonna do?
For me in general.
Yeah. You gonna sell
well,
shoes door to door? What are you
Well,
gonna
so I'm just and like for like regular jobs, like I'm just looking for like
jobs,
something.
whatever.
But generally, I'm just trying to make enough money to publish my book, and then
You waited till an hour, 3 minutes in to talk about you doing a book?
I wrote a book. Yeah,
wrote
it's
a
like
book?
it's done.
Done.
Like it's like the final draft is like it's a finished book. I just don't have the money to
You just
publish
have
it.
to yeah, just
Yeah,
need a few thousand
You're trying to self-publish or what?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So that's gonna be like $3,000. So like
Yeah.
once I have enough, once I feel comfortable spending $3,000 on that, that'll be dope. But besides that, just keep making stuff. Making stuff. I like stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Keep-
I like making
keep-
art.
Yeah,
and
just keep making art.
yeah.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, eventually I want to get into movies. Like, 'cause I've wrote a few screenplays, so eventually I want to get into film after the books. Yeah.
All right. So when you're famous and shit, you'll snub your nose at us and not come back on the show.
That's crazy.
No.
That's crazy.
That's a
wow.
crazy talk.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like,
No, but that
that's
means
not my vibe. I don't
Hey,
know.
now.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
wait.
I might switch up on you guys. That's
Absolutely.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
No, man. I'll let
Yeah.
all that
Oh, yeah.
blow.
Oh, yeah.
You never know. what
Oh,
it'll
you
do
never
to you.
know, right?
That's right. I mean, we'll
my
still
God,
love you,
please
but
don't.
we'll just remember you win.
No, that's cool. Like, yeah, just like, be like, yeah, maybe I'll make it.
Moms will always be in, but no, the rest of us, we're peons, man.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like because my mom. That's fair. My mom would invite me. I'd have to come back.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It's true. My mom's on the podcast. I'd have to come back legally.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, but you just can't do coke in the studio.
I'm cool with that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Coke's
yeah.
gross.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Coke's not.
Well, whatever.
anything.
Just, it's all good. All right.
Crack is whack.
Yeah.
That's true. Crack
It
is.
is, it
Whitney
is.
Crack
said
is
it
whack. Whitney said it.
before she died
Rip.
of crack.
Rip.
Okay.
Rip Whitney.
So one of the times I ran for school board, a friend, I'm not supposed to say who because they didn't want to be told that
Were they
helped
smoking
the
crack?
No.
Oh.
They had a button making machine.
Yeah.
Like the pins or whatever. And so they let me borrow it so that I could make like buttons for the campaign. And just on a whim, I made with a Whitney face on a crack is whack button.
I'd wear that.
I totally was my favorite thing.
I'd wear
I
that.
Did you give it to this person?
No, I wore it. It was for me.
Oh,
I wore
okay.
it, and like one time I was wearing it. It was out in the rain, and because it was one of those like homemade buttons,
Yeah,
it totally fell
totally
apart.
Yeah, it
destroyed.
happens.
Yeah.
Bummer.
But I had it. It was like Whitney doing with the finger up,
Oh yeah.
and it said crack.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was
That's
a great
clean.
button. It
Oh
really
man,
was.
I
So.
miss that woman.
All right, so we'll be back next week with, again, as usual, Lord knows what. Maybe more orgy talk because I seem to be fixated on that for some reason.
Apparently.
Apparently, I know.
Kind of an awkward thing to talk about with my kid here, but whatever.
You were all in.
I
What
know.
do you-
I
was about
don't
to say,
care. I don't
yeah,
care. I mean,
Okay,
we were talking about our personal
Yeah.
What
lives.
if
It's
I
other
had-
people's weird
What if I
lives.
had my daughter do?
Oh, that's
I've been in
true.
her head my daughter do bits on like vibrators.
Vibrators
And,
and
yeah. and
funny.
she's the one who did the goop with like my
Oh, my vagina.
the my vagina smells like my freshly fucked vagina. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Classic.
Yes, that's
Classy.
what I'm saying. My daughter,
one. She's a classy lady. though.
she is. Oh, she's classy as fuck.
She is super classy.
Hey, she wouldn't do the one about stabbing.
Because she's classy.
Yeah, she was weird. All right.
Love you, girl.
All right, we'll be back. We'll be back next week with Lord knows what.
Thank you for
and-
being
yep.
here, Beaks.
Yes,
Of course.
as always, anytime.
Of course.
Yeah. All right, we will be back, and all the things, StuartPedasso.com, CoolCastForChange.com, listen to the radio station. You know it, you love it, tell people about it, and bye.
Bye.
It's hard being hedonistic these days. Everyone's so uptight. People talk a good game on the internet, but when it comes down to getting down, there's only posers to be found. And there's never enough hand sanitizer. That's why we started eorgy.com. At eOrgy, you get to talk to like-minded people who just want to get naked and roll around with a bunch of others.
Apparently, on Craigslist, orgy means Nazi rally. That really sucked. But at eorgy.com, I found my 7 new orgy buddies. There's Tall Guy, Groovy Boobs Chick, Crazy Butt, Sir Moans a Lot, and Lefty, The Nibbler, and Tara Reid.
Bask in the glow of your first orgy from eorgy.com and get a free orgy overnight bag. eorgy.com. It's glorgious.